Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking and thank you for being here. These are your Jupiter in Sagittarius readings and I am doing for each sign looking at the astrology of course, but also at the tarot. So for those of you that are interested in the astrology part of the reading, I've put that part of the reading at the end because a lot of people like to go straight onto the tarot. So this way I can have both parties being happy. So I'd like to make a couple of announcements. I will have beneath in the description box below when the tarot starts, and also the link, actually the timestamp will be down the bottom for the astrology part of the reading as well. Now in the description box I will have the cards that I'm using, the tarot, whatever cards I'm using here today, so I don't need to mention each card. I'd like to say, first of all, happy birthday Capricorn. Many happy returns to you. Happy birthday. This is your solar return. It's your time to shine. And I'd also like to thank Capricorn as well as everyone else, but Capricorn because they are coming first in views, so they will be granted the free timeless reading. But Virgo is waiting on their free timeless reading, so that's going to be uploaded first for Virgo, and then gradually in the new year I will have the new reading, the bonus reading I should say, for Capricorn. Now, look out for January till June 2019 in the next 2-3 days. So I'll be doing the first 6 months of 2019 readings, and then towards the mid-2019 year, I will do the second part of the year. And I will let you know about that when they're uploaded. So January 1st to 15th readings, of course, will be up very soon as well. And today is actually the 28th of December. We're almost finished this year. It's been a tough year for everyone. Bring on 2019, I say. I know through working with people and, just generally looking at the vibes, the energies, it hasn't been easy. So bring on 2019. I'd like to thank all of you in advance for being here, for being supportive of my channel, for following me on social media, everything that you do. Thank you so much. And hopefully 2019 will be a much better year. And I'm looking forward to working with all of you. Thank you again. I'm sending you my New Year's blessings from now. Big thank you from my heart. It's been amazing. What a ride. Thank you from the deepest depths of my heart to all of you, each and every one of you. Even just for writing, for commenting, for liking, whatever you do, you are very much appreciated. And I do hope that my work and my, giving to you has helped you along your path. That would, that humbles me and that makes me feel so happy. Now, just to finish up, I've got a surprise that I'm going to announce in about a month or so. I'd like to tell all of you that on the 22nd of December, when Mercury conjuncted Jupiter, and Mercury is my ruler, I'm a double Virgo. On that day, on the 22nd of December, I had a beautiful surprise. And, it was as though I felt something was coming. And I'm going to announce that early in the new year, as soon as I have more details. Just a little something that I'm really thrilled about, and I'm sure all of you will be, for me. And it will be interesting for you to see in relation to my channel. I will get back to you on that, but I will keep you waiting, because I'm waiting on news as well, so I can't tell you exactly what's happening until the new year. So look out for that. I will keep you posted. Now, I'm going to do a spread where I will be, because we're doing Jupiter in Sag, as an example, just showing you, so I don't have to explain to each and every one of you. Let's say we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, because Jupiter transits a sign, it takes 13 months. Because Jupiter moved into Sagittarius, its own home sign, on November 8th. It will be moving out of Sagittarius on December 2nd, 2019. So I'm doing November, December, January. This is the position. How Jupiter will affect you and your sign. This is November, December, January. Here we have February, March, April. Here we've got May, June, July. And this position here will be when Jupiter will be getting slowly ready to move out of its home sign of Sagittarius. So this position will be August, September, October, and November. Okay? And then I will be pulling a card from the Mythic Oracle. I will put the description, the information at the bottom in the description box below. And I'm taking one card, and here it just happens to be Aphrodite. So this is the Mythic Oracle, and I absolutely love it. That will be your general energy. And I'm also using Lenormand as well as Vera Sibilla for more clarity. And of course the Romance Angels. Okay, so as I said, all the information is in the box below, so just to give you a general overview of what the reading will be about. Alright, now on to the readings, and for those of you, don't forget, that want to listen to the astrology part, I just go into a few more details about Jupiter in Sagittarius and its retrogrades, how it's going to be retrograding. So for those of you that are interested, don't finish the video at the end of the tarot reading. Alright, thank you to all of you. Hello dear Sagittarius, welcome to Divine Debut. Thank you for being here. This is your reading for Jupiter in Sagittarius. Now if you haven't heard the introduction, I actually explain the reading there, so you may want to go back and listen to the first part of the video. So let me take your cards. This is of course from the 8th of November until the 2nd of December 2019, when Jupiter is in its home sign of Sag. So I'm going to take quite a few cards, Sagittarius. Let's see how Jupiter blesses your life in these 13 months from early November till early December 2019. So early November 2018 until early December 2019. 4 cards for Sagittarius, Spirit Guides and Angels. Okay, so Sagittarius, for you, Jupiter is in your first sign, in your first house, sorry. First house rules all your life. It's your physical body, of course. It's the way people see you in the world. But it rules everything. You know, it's like the first house is it's a description of all the houses put together. Okay, so it affects your whole life, not just one area of your life. That's what I want to say. Let's take the first card, which is the first 3 months. And we've got the moon. So November, December, January. Then we have the next 3 months, which would be February, March, April. And you have the Page of Cups. Then we've got May, June, July, which is the Judgment card. May, June, July, and in this position here we've got August, September, October, and November. That's 4 months. And the last card is the Seven of Wands. Okay, so Seven of Wands is what happens with Jupiter's transit for you, dear Sagittarius. Now, I'm going to take some more cards, of course. Now, I'm going to take one card from the Mythic Oracle, and it's all about the gods. It's the ancient Greek Pantheon. That's what the Mythic Oracle is all about. So it speaks of all the gods. Now, I'm going to read from the booklet. At the end of the reading, I'm just going to put the card down for Sagittarius, Spirit Guides and Angels. What's at the forefront? What is Jupiter bringing to Sagittarius? Okay, here we go. And we've got Eos, new beginnings. Eos. Eos would be in Greek. Eos is the English pronunciation. So I will be reading from the booklet. And new beginnings, it's called. So this is looking really, really good. Really good. Okay, can't wait to read for you from the booklet. But let's look at the rest of the reading, first of all. So we've got the Moon card here. We've got the Moon card, and the Moon is, of course, our intuition. It's anything to do with mother, our emotions, our instinctual nature, our psyche, our darkest, deepest psyche. You know, things on a subconscious level. Sometimes we are in touch with our subconscious, and other times we are not. When the moon card comes into a reading, it says that, you know, it's as though things that are hidden in our subconscious are coming up to the surface. As well as that, the moon can speak of fears. So the moon is also, for me, it's your fourth house, which is your family, your foundation, and it is in the root of the issue here, even though it does stand for the first 3 months of Jupiter in your sign, in your first house, I should say, too. So the moon, again, family, and your foundation, anything to do with your home. So something is happening with that. Now, it's a major arcana card, which is a strong energy. Here, and crowning your reading, is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is the energy of Scorpio. The Judgment card is maybe you are being judged by someone, maybe you're judging someone. But the Judgment card can also speak of rising up from your ashes. It's the phoenix that rises. For me, this card always signifies a second chance at something. And it is Pluto. Now, Pluto is going to be retrograding. Let me just check. Pluto. Now, this area here is the February, March, April. And Pluto will be retrograding. I'm not sure when it's going to start its retrograde, but I do know that at this time here, it will be retrograding. So that means that at this point in May, June, July, you're going to have a chance to redo things. Something will be starting over for you. You will be transforming. Your life will be transformed in some way. Okay, so that's a very important position here. Now, in the February, March, April position here, we've got the Page of Cups. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. For me, the moon is Cancer. For others, it's Pisces. It could be either. Okay, for me, mainly because it rules the 4th house. The moon rules the 4th house. It's mainly Cancerian energy. Now, the Page of Cups, many times we say is Piscean energy because it usually depicts a fish coming out of that cup. It's an unexpected offer that's coming through. So this is a very youthful, spontaneous, and emotional offer that's coming through for you in February, March, April time. Now here the outcome card is the 7 of Wands. As you can see, I feel as though here with this card that you are leaving something behind. You are leaving some sort of a success point. You've already climbed that staircase here. You've gone through another door and it looks as though you're finishing something up before you close that door. That's a new doorway that you're walking through, dear Sagittarius. Now, that was some sort of a success. For others of you, this could be naysayers, people that are against your climbing the ladder, your success. Some people there could be jealousy here as well, I see, because of you shining your light to the world, your success. With Eos here, there's a lot of yellow. This is very, there's a lot of light here, okay? And it is a 9, and 9s are always, a point of completion because the 10 breaks down and starts all over again. So she looks like she's a warrior here, as you could see, and it's called New Beginnings. Okay? And you know that, and I'm talking for those of you that are Sagittarius rising, obviously. Okay? Jupiter is in your 1st house. So when Jupiter moves away from Sagittarius, it's moving into your 2nd house of earned income, like valuables, things that are tangible, things that are yours, things that, because the 2nd house is the house of Taurus, right? It's all about what I have, what I own. It's about your values. Jupiter being there in your 2nd house, it's going to bring a lot of benefits for you, a lot of luck. The 2nd house is also the body, so just take care with not expanding your waistline, of course. Even now, I suppose, with Jupiter in your 1st house, that could be expanding your waistline too, so be careful with that. Now, that could also speak of pregnancy, I would say. So let's not rule things, any expansion as being negative. Sometimes it can be if there is a difficult transit aspect in your chart with Jupiter, like aspecting something difficult, that could be hard. But that's, of course, that's for a private, personal reading. Let's take an astrology card and see what else is happening here. So, wow, okay, Venus. All right. The part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. Now, that is funny because I was just talking about your 2nd house where Jupiter will be moving into. And the 2nd house, which is the natural house of Taurus, is ruled by Venus. And Venus is all about our valuables, things that we value, things that we own. Venus is the goddess of love and beauty and projects that we have given birth to, projects that we have begun. And Venus is also the goddess of love. So the desire for beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. This is a beautiful sign, a beautiful omen that will be happening for you in the next few months until Sagittarius crosses over to your, or I should say ingresses into your 2nd house. Dear Sag, Venus, beautiful. Let's take some more cards. I'm going to actually take a Doreen Virtue Romance Angel right now, and then I will take more tarot. So, Spirit Guides and Angels for Sagittarius in love for the next year or so. Just under a year until December 2nd. There we go. Unrequited love. Okay, well, and it's funny that the card of Venus fell right on the moon, as well as the unrequited love. They both, and I find that, strange, that the unrequited love fell right on top of Venus and the moon. And so we've got unrequited love, and it says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So unrequited love, yes, that could speak of unrequited love that you are receiving or that you are giving out. Maybe there is an offer that's coming through that is not the right offer for you. I'm going to take some more tarot. Obviously, we need more information, and it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see the Page of Cups and what comes out there, because that's an offer. It's the Ace of Cups that's being offered to you. So, now the Doreen Virtue card, the Romance Angel, is a general energy for everyone. It's not a personal one. So let's see what else we have and how that unrequited love is going to be panning out for you if this is your reading. Let's look at the Page of Cups, because we've got the Five of Wands right here on top of the moon. And I will get the bigger picture here, which is very Sagittarian. Page of Cups, let's look. And we've got the Strength card, okay? So we've got the Strength card, another major arcana here. Let's take a card on the Judgment card. No. And we've got Page of Swords. 2 pages so far. And on the Seven of Wands, let's just move that a little bit. And we've got Temperance. Temperance in the reverse, but I'm not reading reversals. So Temperance is the sign of Sagittarius. This is your card. Now, because it did come out in the reverse, I'm going to say, even though I'm not reading reversals, I have to mention this. Sagittarius is all about truth. Temperance is all about you. Now, you are obviously holding back on something because this is in the reverse. You're impatient. There is an imbalance for some of you, and this is not going to be for everyone. Okay? Temperance is having hope. Some of you are going to think that there is no hope. Remember what we said about Jupiter. I don't know, for those of you that have watched the astrology, that are going to watch the astrology part of the reading, which is at the end of the reading, go and watch that. There's a lot of information about that, about the square Jupiter-Neptune, which can speak of grand, very big disillusions, you know. So Temperance is, usually it's a card of healing and finding your balance. So I'm going to have to say both stories here. For some of you are going to be feeling that you're at a loss. Some of you are still going to be going through transformation, because Temperance in the reverse, because it's a 14, it goes back to 13, which is the Death card. Now, Death card is Scorpio. Here we've got Judgment, which again is Scorpio. Some of you are still going through the transformation, and you have not gotten to the card being in the upright, which is balance, patience, hope, healing, you know. So that's why everyone does not evolve at the same level at the same time. For me, because I'm reading this as a general reading, I feel as though because you've gone up through that stairway and you've turned around and you're looking back, I feel as though you are finishing up on some sort of a cycle. Some of you have already gotten there at this time, which is August, September, October, November period. Others of you are still going through that doorway. You're still up on those stairs, not closing that door. Others of you are closing that door and moving on to the next cycle, which is Jupiter in your second house. Yes? Okay. Now, with the Five of Wands here, fives always speak of change. They always speak of challenge, but they always speak of something coming in to bring change. Now, the moon is, of course, dreams. You may receive messages through your dreams. Even this card looks like a dream. It looks like a nightmare. Look at all these people that are in that tree trunk. You know, it looks as though they're stuck there and they're not able to move. But with the moon card here, I feel as though there could be support from the family because we've got 5 people here. Now, there could be a family situation that is tough, that is not easy. Now, wands always speak of, they speak of vocation, they speak of fire, passion, spontaneity, of course. Here, I feel as though you need to go inwards with the moon card, always with a full moon, as we could see, you know, usually with the moon there is that full moon, the eclipsed moon. And this reading could also be speaking very strongly about the eclipses. Now, the eclipses of July, I'm going to say, because from July, this is the area of July, right? May, June, July. That's when the eclipses are happening. And of course, we know that this position is the crowning area and it's our goal. It's what's on our mind. I feel as though for some of you, you may be cutting someone with the Page of Swords here. Maybe either speaking your truth and cutting someone out of your life, or there could be, and that could be, I want to say that could be someone romantically or someone from your family, or you're being offered a choice. As you can see, there's 2 daggers here, 2 swords. This is a decision that you're trying to make, right, without really having the knowledge to. Because if we look at the 2 of Swords, instinctually you're trying to make a decision, okay? And that could be either to cut someone or a situation or a romantic partner out of your life, or for some of you, you could even be choosing between 2 people, like closing the door on one person, opening the door on another, okay? And that's because here with the Judgment card, something has been dead and buried. And I want to give you this message that some of you need to actually bury the hatchet. Bury whatever did not work for you. Let it go and move on. If there was ill will towards you, whatever had died and finished here, whatever will die or finish here, I would say, because today is actually, it's the 28th of December, 2018. So when you could be watching this reading, the time of February, May, June, July, could be a very, pivotal point for you. Now here we've got the Strength card, and this is in the position February, March, April. So this will be after the January eclipses. There is an offer of love coming through, which is unexpected. Now with the Strength card, you could be, we've got Leo here. So Leo is, true love. Leo is children, creative projects. This could even be an enemy, an offer, an apology coming through from someone who is your enemy. Now this could be also an offer that's coming through. Someone is taking a risk and offering you their love, their heart. This could even be a job offer. Anything like that. It's a general reading. Now the Strength card speaks of courage. It speaks of strength, patience. It also speaks of trust. So, new beginnings is the general energy here. So whether you're cutting someone out of your life because there was unrequited love, some of you, you may even be in a long-term relationship where there is no love. But here we've got Venus, the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. It looks as though it's a time of looking at your life, looking at your valuables, looking at your desires, and what is beautiful to you. This is a very good omen, having Venus here. Now, Venus will not be retrograding at all in 2019, which is a very good omen, another omen, very good. And here, as I said, because Temperance was in the reverse, it's a double message. So we've got Scorpio and Sagittarius here. Now, some of you may be on the cusp, Scorpio, Sagittarius. So this would be your reading, obviously. Let me take... So I just want to say the signs first of all. So fire, as a fire sign, we've got Sagittarius, Leo. Okay, we've also got Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Judgment is Scorpio, of course. Page of Swords is air qualities. Here we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. And Venus is the ruler of Libra. So out of the air signs, Libra is more prominent here. Sun, Moon, or Rising, you guys. Let me take... I want to take the Lenormand. I will take one Lenormand on each position so we can have a little bit more clarity as to what's going on. For Sagittarius, for the month of November, December, January, let's take one card. And we've got the Tower. And the Tower can speak of loneliness. The Tower can also speak of, institutions, being part of a large group, a corporate situation, work. It's not like the Tower in the Tarot. It's, a sense of being part of a hierarchy, right? A big business, a hierarchy situation. And again, the Tower can speak of a lot of loneliness, being too burdened with work, with responsibilities, I would say. It's a number 19, and 19 is the number of the sun, isn't it? Okay, so let's take the next card. Now again, loneliness, business. Think of Rapunzel in the Tower. She was lonely. She grew her hair. She was waiting for her loved one. He couldn't get up to the tower to save her. And therefore she had to, she tied up her hair and she threw it out the window, and her loved one tried to climb that tower and save her. Let's look at the Strength card and the Page of Cups. And we've got the Gentleman, which is number 28. So this could be either your energy. If you're a male, then you are offering your love to maybe a Leo. If you are a female, then this could be the man that is bringing you good news, the man that's going to be patient for you. This could be an apology coming through from a male, or this could be a male offering their love, their apologies again, okay, to you. Now, this could be, of course, if you are in a same-sex partnership relationship, then this is your partner. Could be your energy or your partner, let's say. Okay, so it does say, the card actually says, if this is your partner, your friend, or your husband, this is a message that's coming through. Okay, this is a message, and with the message that's coming through, this is love coming through, and this could be true love because of the Strength card and Leo. Leo is the 5th house of flirtation, romance. And this could even be, as I said, if we are talking about pregnancy, this could be the time when you are falling pregnant. Okay, so let's look at May, June, and July. And we've got the Star card. The Star card is always a wish come true. The stars are shining, shining bright. Now, number 16 is the number of the Tower, and that is unexpected. Unexpected. Unexpectedly, there is an offer coming through, a decision is being made, which is going to bless your life. The stars are healing quality. Now, I'm going to mention Aquarius as well, dear Sagittarius, because the Star card, let's say, in the tarot is Aquarius. Okay, so again, healing. Healing through social groups, through being part of a group, through friends, and your hopes and wishes are coming true here in this area, in this time of May, June, and July. Know that whatever happens suddenly from the eclipses, there is a second chance that you're being given. Let's take the outcome, which is August, September, October, November. And we've got the lilies. Okay, it says, if there are lilies on your head, you walk where virtue treads. If there are lilies at your feet, misfortune is what you soon may meet. Now here, I don't see misfortune because there's transformation here, and temperance is your spirit guides and your angels. And for those of you that are still going through the transformation, if this were to be in the reverse, it's all about time. That's what I think it is, okay? And it's a number 30, which breaks down to a 3, and that is the Empress. And the Empress is receiving the harvest. Now this is all, the lilies are all about purity, pure, clear, innocence. This is also a very sexual quality. Now, Scorpio is all about intimacy as well. Now, having the Empress here, congratulations to those of you that fall pregnant. But this is a very pure, very clean energy. So I'm going to mention the sign of Virgo as well, because Virgo is the Virgin. Okay. Let's take some Sibillas, dear Sagittarius. For those of you that have been in a relationship where the love was unrequited, you're on to new love. New love is coming through. And when I see this Page of Swords offering you those 2 swords, this is someone offering you something. So you're going to have to make a decision. And as I said, some of you are choosing between two people. So it's either you're choosing with your heart or you're choosing with your head. Head over heart. Let's take, I want to take, just looking at the first position. I will take the Sibillas. And we have melancholia, so melancholy. November, December, January. Feeling as though things are not working out for you. There is depression here with the moon. There's anxiety and there's worry. But the Five of Wands is not such a hard energy. So it's not like the Five of Swords, okay? Here we've got lettera. Lettera means news coming through. And this could even be legal documents. And here we've got the Belvedere, which is being on the lookout, but also waiting for something to come through. Now, you may be waiting for a visitor. You may be the one that's traveling to visit someone else. Because of loneliness here, some of you may be just feeling left out of a group, left out of anything to do with family inheritance, because we've got the legal documents here. Whatever the case, the news that's coming through is bringing in change with the Five of Wands, because the Belvedere, and you can't see anything on your screen here, so I'm just going to move everything up. It's better. Okay, so as I said, with the lettera being here and the Belvedere is looking towards the future, as you can see. So whatever you're going through, whatever you're working on, whether this is work, this is a family situation, this is any situation to do with motherhood. If there was a feeling of not being able to fall pregnant, then you're looking towards the future. This could be you looking closely at things here. There is something on the horizon showing up, and it's going to be a celebration, because if we look at the card here, the Three of Hearts, that's the Three of Cups. Let's look at the Page of Cups, Strength card, February, March, April. So what's this offer of love through strength? So we've got militare. It's an uphill battle, is it? This is very Capricornian energy. Now Capricorn could be present here. This is the soldier. He needs to climb that mountain. He's on a mission. And he's on a mission. He cannot tell everyone what he feels, what he needs to do. Some of you are holding your cards close to your chest. Okay? And again, because I feel Capricorn here, this could be dealing with work, a heavy work schedule. Also, Capricorn is the father. It's the authoritarian. It's the authority. It's the law, just like Sagittarius is the law as well. And this could also be because Capricorn, your midheaven, let's say. Sagittarius and Capricorn are usually our goals. It's the highest point in the chart, where it's what we strive to succeed in, to accomplish. Okay, let's see what else. We've got L'Amante, number 11. The offer is here. Here is Romeo. The offer is coming through. And here we've got the Donna Maritata, which is like the Empress, the mother with the children, the loving, nurturing mother, motherhood issues, motherhood energies, being loved and nurtured from your mother. This could also be an offer coming through from a single person to a female who already has her own children. She could be someone who is already married but going through divorce. And there could be a slight age difference where the male is younger than the female. Nevertheless, this Lamante is like the Knight of Cups. So sometimes they may be moving, taking 2 steps front, 3 steps backwards. So, slowly coming in. But there is a progression because it's funny because we've got 10, 11, and 12 here. Look at that, 10, 11, and 12. And then after 12 comes 13, doesn't it? Which is Scorpio. Here is the Judgment, Pluto. Powering up. Deep transformation happening here. Pluto is the Lord of Karma. This is the time of the eclipses. Mid-year. May, June, July. Let's see what the Sibillas are going to show. We've got Speranza, which is fear or hope. And this is like the 8 of Cups. You're looking for those 2 cups that are missing. Here we've got the Ladro. The Ladro, which is the thief, the difficult energy, something stolen, something missing. And here we've got the La Reunion. So, coming back together with someone from the past. Nevertheless, this is a meeting that's taking place. That's why I think that this point is a very important time for you, dear Sagittarius, where there is fear of the worst happening, but the Ladro is a number 10 if you look at it, which speaks of a completion. So you're fearing the worst here, but it doesn't actually happen. It does not happen. Or if you've been, let's say, at a distance, because I see water here, because we've also got the Star card, which could be someone at a distance. If there has been a distance, metaphorical or literal, there is a decision being made where you come together, either traveling, either, going to visit someone. But just take care that, you lock up properly if you're traveling at this time, because we've got the thief here. And this could be someone that you are leaving behind. For those of you that are making a choice to leave someone behind and go on to something new romantically, even in business, then just, it's time for you to close that door. Here, let's go here. What did I just drop? The Tower. And the Tower is something sudden coming in. And this is a number 7. I will take that. The Tower is something unexpected, something sudden. Whatever was not working for you is breaking down. There is a sudden shift here. At the last quarter, let's say, of the last quarter of Jupiter in its home sign of Sag. Let's take 2 more cards. Disgrazia. Here we've got Giovina Fanciulla. Again, the Virgin. This is something new coming through. Remember how I said the Virgin here? This is something pure coming through for you, dear Sagittarius. But it will take a little bit of time. We've got a 12 here, which is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is sacrifice. It's looking at things in a different perspective. It's also the energy of Pisces, which is sacrifice. Be careful with the disillusion, being disillusioned, looking at things too innocently. Be careful of that. And now this could even be, the third time when Jupiter and Neptune square, the third time, which will be on the 21st of September, right? That will be the third meeting of Jupiter and Neptune. Let's see. Healing. Healing will take place. This is the Dottore. This is the transformation, number 13, again, death and transformation. For those of you that have had someone ill around this time, know that they will be healed miraculously through miracles, because this is usually pure energy. This is, the mother. This is our divine mother. This is Mother Mary, for those of you that believe in Mother Mary, in Christ, in God. I feel that there is a sudden blessing coming through for you. So we go from the 7, which is a divine number. Whatever breaks down, know that it's good. Know that it's positive. Something new and pure is coming through, but it could involve some sacrifice. So we go from the 12 to the 13, which is Scorpio, death and transformation. Now Scorpio here, I feel strong Scorpio here, you guys. Scorpio is Scorpio for you is your 12th house, which is what you don't know. So there is some sort of a completion where there's death and transformation happening for you. You can't see what's happening in your 12th house, but you need to keep the faith, just like you are all about faith. This is the Empress here. This is receiving the harvest. This is something growing. It's the seed that's growing, and you will receive the harvest. You will receive the new child. For those of you that are pregnant, congratulations. And for those of you that are expecting something to come through from your mother or someone who's a mother figure for you, they're going to come through with the goods for you. Now, for those of you that this is not a partnership, a relationship, or a pregnancy, this still is, the energy of the Empress is valuable. It's love. Okay, it's the art of giving and receiving. It's the energy of what you've planted, you will receive. So know that if you have given good out to the universe, that will come back to you. And you need to trust in that. Here is the divine. Here are the angels. Okay? And you're near there. Look at the light coming from above. All right. Now, for those of you that are single, I've already mentioned a whole lot of signs. Please, this is a general reading, so let's go on to what the book says here. For those of you that want to finish up the reading, you don't want to hear about the card, that's fine. You've got your reading. Let's see what Eos or Eos has got to say. Number 9. Okay, new beginnings, the myth. Eos is the daughter of the Titans, Hyperion and Thea, and the sister of Helios, which is sun, and Selene, moon. So this is the sister of the sun and the moon. She is said to have risen out of Oceanus, which is the ocean, and opened the gates of heaven so that her brother, the sun, could enter through them and illuminate the sky. She is depicted as being rosy-fingered with golden arms, incredibly beautiful with large white wings, and as wearing a tiara and a yellow dress woven with flowers. Now the message is, if you've drawn this card, dawn is here. The long dark night is over and a new day is beginning for you. This card comes with a burst of new energy as all possibilities open to you now. This is a good time to start afresh, make new plans, hatch new ideas, and open up to the rising inspiration that is present right now. The time is right for new beginnings, and you will be projecting this into the world. Don't be surprised if opportunities start knocking on your door. Unexpected meetings, gifts or invitations may turn up. And I did say all that in your reading. Unexpected meetings, things happening out of the blue. Enjoy this period and allow yourself to be guided by the universe and your inner voice. A new beginning has dawned in your life, so celebrate and enjoy it. A whole new journey awaits you. Congratulations, dear Sagittarius. How beautiful was that? Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. I do wish you well and all the best for the new year. And this reading, of course, is you're able to come back to it and see what are the messages, if they pertain to you, all until when Jupiter is in Sagittarius, okay, until December the 2nd, 2019. So, thank you again, sending you lots of love. Stay blessed, stay well. Bye-bye. Okay, for all of you astrology lovers, Jupiter in Sagittarius. Okay, as I said in the introduction, Jupiter moved into its home sign of Sagittarius on November 8th, 2018. That was actually St. Michael's Day, for those of you that look into saints, that are Catholic, or even I'm Greek Orthodox, and for us that's a very big day. It's St. Michael's Day, and Michael is my spirit guide as well. So Jupiter moving into its home sign of Sag on that day was a very, very special day for me. And I think that Jupiter's blessings for everyone is very, very different and very, very giving, very abundant for most people. Now, not everyone has got the same astrology. Not everyone is born on the same day. Of course, we're all affected in a different way. But I believe that the blessings come through in different ways for each and every person. Because I believe that as a collective energy, Jupiter being the planet of abundance and expansion and growth, I believe that Jupiter brings blessings. So Jupiter moved in its home sign on November 8th, 2018. It will be there until December 2nd, 2019. So that's 13 months. It's not a year, it's 13 months, just under. So now what is Jupiter? What does it do in its home sign? Well, obviously it's very strong. It's very potent. It feels very happy there. Very happy. Now Jupiter is, and I should say Sagittarius is all about truth, spirituality, foreign places and people at a distance. Jupiter can rule any legalities, legal issues. It likes to expand on everything, even the view, the way Sagittarius looks at the world. It's a big, open place out there. It's a place where you can go on adventures and explore. So you've got a very wide angle of seeing things, as looking at the world as being the bigger picture, looking at things from a wider angle. Sagittarius is also higher education, becoming the guru, looking into studies, becoming the teacher, becoming the educator. So furthering your studies to the point where you can actually become the teacher. That's what Sag is. Now Sagittarius is a fire sign, so it's very, go get 'em. It's an action sign. It's a sign that's ruled by fire. So it's very passionate. It's very spontaneous. And it's a very, very, very positive energy. So Jupiter being in its home sign of Sag gives that back to us. It likes to expand and grow and bring luck. So that's why today I did these readings on the tarot, to see through the astrology and through the tarot how each astrological sign could be could be affected with Jupiter being in its home sign of Sag. So I'd like to now go on to one or two things that are happening with Jupiter. Now, Jupiter, through the year, through its transit of Sagittarius, will be squaring the other big player, Neptune. Now, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, and Pisces can be quite delusional. Now, Neptune is also it's the higher octave of Venus. So what is Venus? It's what we value. It's what we place love on, what love is for us, what we treasure, what is dear and important to us. So Neptune being the higher octave of Venus. Now Neptune is actually in its home sign of Pisces. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So it's, Neptune is completing a very, very big cycle because Neptune stays in each sign for about 14 years. So that's a very big transit. Now it's at 14 degrees of Pisces, so it's practically halfway. So it's, coming to midpoint of Pisces, and that's a very important time for whichever planet is transiting its home sign. Now, because Jupiter moves much faster, it does the it does the horoscope every year, whereas Neptune is much slower, and it takes 14 years to complete each sign, not the whole astrological zodiac, okay? So it's, the further out the planet is, the more potent its energy is, the stronger it is. So we're going to have for quite, throughout the year of 2019, we have Jupiter squaring Neptune. Now, as I said, Neptune can be delusional. Neptune could be also the divine love. Neptune is spirit. So Jupiter is expansion and growth and looking at the bigger picture. Now, Jupiter can expand on the positive and the negative. Mostly, I would say on the positive because it's a lucky planet. But when we've got difficult aspects like squares in astrology, that's it's an aspect of difficult tension, difficult energy, which, tension brings change. It's like, pulling a rubber band where it breaks. If you pull too much, the tug of war, let's say, which I usually say that the opposition where one planet is opposite the other one in the zodiac, that's my tug of war aspect. Now, the square aspect is like pulling on a rubber band. And if you're not careful, that rubber band is going to break. And that's where, you can wreak havoc. That's where you can have a lot of trouble. But sometimes going through difficult energies, through action, because that's what squares make you do. They make you take action, and therefore comes the change. So we just have to be careful with squares to try and work with the energies, go with the flow, see, use your instinct, use your intellect, feel into the energy, meditate. Now, this is what we have to look out for. We may be feeling more suspicious, more paranoia, more paranoia. I'm getting mixed up with the Greek word because that is a Greek word. We call it parania in Greek, but in English it's paranoia. So we may be feeling that over the time, and I will tell you when it will start, when Jupiter will start squaring Neptune. As well as that, we may be feeling very over-optimistic, too trusting, or we may be idealizing a romantic interest. Let's say we're interested in someone. We may be wearing rose-colored glasses and, being disillusioned of the feelings of the other. So, that's looking at the bigger picture, Neptune is spirit, of course, but it's also disillusion and illusion. So we're looking at something through rose-colored glasses. We're looking at it as being amazingly grand, you know, huge, and so lucky with Jupiter. So be careful with shattered illusions. Now, this energy could also be testing your faith, because you may be disappointed. Yes, that's in the mix as well. Beware, and if you have any disappointments, and they could be major disappointments because of Jupiter and the expansion that it makes on things, use your faith. Trust in the universe. Trust in the divine order. Trust in the divine outcome, and trust that you are not alone. Whatever you're going through, there is a reason for that. There is always a reason behind whatever happens. Now, also beware of deception. Neptune can be deception, and Jupiter can expand on that. Now, also in relation to resources, things that we own, you may not feel as secure as what you thought you would be. Even though Jupiter in Sag can bring abundance and can bring a lot of good things to us, Neptune could also be the disillusion, the illusion of having more than what you really have. And also, very importantly, avoid gambling and drugs. It's not a good time at all. Now I'm going to go into the exact squares, when these squares will be taking place. So on the 13th of January 2019 at 14 degrees and 22 minutes, that will be the exact square of Jupiter and Neptune. So they will be squaring exactly 3 times in the year 2019. So the first square, the exact square, will be on the 13th of January 2019. On the second time that they meet up exactly will be on the 16th of June 2019 at 18 degrees and 43 minutes. But at that time, Jupiter will be retrograde. So we always know when a planet goes retrograde, yes, its energy is more potent because it seems as though it's stopped in the sky, even though it's not really stopped. It's just an illusion. It's our view from Earth, the way we see it. And of course, it's closer to the Earth. It's closer to us, and that's why it gives the illusion of retrograding. So, yes, Jupiter will be retrograde at that time, and so will Pluto. And therefore, again, Pluto's energy will be much more potent. And guess what? Saturn, Kronos, the Lord of Time, the Lord of Karma, and Pluto is the Lord of Karma, I should say, and transformation. These 3 big players will all be retrograde. So Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn will all be retrograde on the 16th of June 2019. Mind you, July, I think it is, when we have when we're going to have the eclipses. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, it's July. So June, July, very important time of year. Where are we? Just let me tell you, okay, on the 2nd of July and on the 16th of July are the next eclipses. So June, July, very important time of year. Oh, wow, it's going to be important. Now, always with retrogrades, we know we have to go within. We have to, it's a time of working, going inwards and redoing things. So that's, the chance that we're given from the divine to work on things that we need to work on. So if we're not on the proper path, we need to be put on the proper path. Now, 3rd time that they meet up in the sky, on the 21st of September 2019, at 16 degrees 59 minutes. Now, Neptune will be retrograde then, as well as Pluto. So again, the big players, whenever we're talking about the outer planets, Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, and Jupiter going retrograde, it's very important. It's a massive time of change. So hold on to your hats for those dates. When we talk of the precise time, that's when the precise aspect, they're right, you know, the square will be exact. So any time just before, I would say, is the most important time, because that's when, you know, when they're coming to become exact, when they're coming closer and closer to the degree to be exact, that's when it's the most strongest and most potent energies that we're going to feel. Once they hit the exact point and they start to move apart, it sort of softens a little bit the energy. Okay, just so you know, it's coming up to those dates where it's the strongest of all the energies. Now, I'd like to also say one more thing before I finish up, that Jupiter going retrograde on the 14th of January 2019 at 14 degrees and 30 minutes, Jupiter will enter its retrograde zone. It does not mean that it's retrograde. It means that it's going to be at the degrees that it will be working on. Okay, so it stops, it will sort of start to slow down, not stop, slow down at 14 degrees and 30 minutes, right? On the 14th of January, it will start to slow down. It's as though, to give you an example, it's as though it's lit up, just like the sun is lit up, the sun is light. Once it starts to move into its shadow period, its light starts to dim slowly, slowly, slowly every day. So once we get to the 10th of April and Jupiter will be at 24 degrees and 21 minutes, that's where it's going to stationary and retrograde. Now when I say stationary, it means it will stop, it will have the illusion that it's stopped, and it will start slowly to start turning retrograde. So think of a ball that's turning, 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 and it stops. That's where it's at its most potent time. And then that's when it's stationary. Then it will start to turn the other way. So it's going to start turning retrograde. That's the time when we go inwards. That's the time where we have to try and communicate in a more practical, more, how do I say it, in a more precise manner. So we have to go over things, we have to check things. Anytime when there's a retrograde, there is miscommunication. Also, we have time to go within and work over things, redo things. That's what retrogrades are about. So, from the 14th of January till 10th of April, that's its shadow period. That's when it's slowing down. 10th of April until the 11th of August, it's actually retrograde. So that's about 4 months of Jupiter being retrograde. Now, on the 11th of August, it finishes its retrograde at 14 degrees and 30 minutes. So that means that it's come back to the time, to the point where it started its shadow period. Okay, so it's going to go over the same point where it started to slow down. So that's working over things, redoing things. You get what I mean? Hopefully. So it's back to 14 degrees and 30 minutes on the 11th of August. Okay, and it will be going over that time again. It is stationary direct though now on the 11th of August. So that means that it was going retrograde, right? I should go that way. It was going retrograde. And then on the 11th of August, it actually stopped, and it's stationary direct, so it's very potent, and then it starts to go direct, right? From 14 degrees 30 minutes until the 5th of November, when it will leave its retrograde zone. It will be at 24 degrees and 21 minutes when it is out in the clear. It is finished totally from its retrograde period. Now, 5th of November, it's about 3 days before St. Michael's Day, which is amazing. There's another blessing, because Jupiter will be outside of its retrograde zone. So it's like it's covering, no, it's not like, it will be covering new turf. Now it's going to be at 24 degrees and 21 minutes, which means it's at the last 6 degrees of Sagittarius. And wow, I mean, at its last 6 degrees of its own home sign, it's going to be flying. And that's where it's going to be showering everyone with its gifts. And we're all going to be, you know, with our hands open and saying, thank you. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God. And thank you to whoever you believe in. That's when Jupiter is going to shower us with its gifts. So looking forward to that. All right. Now, I hope that, you know, for those of you that are expertise in astrology, you really didn't need all this explanation. This was for those people that really are not very familiar with the astrology. So I hope that that was quite clear for you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. Sending you blessings for the new year, for 2019. I will be back with more. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you.